Welcome to Marvel Rewind, a Marvel Champions retrospective series. In this series, I will be tasked with defeating every villain in order, progressing from the core set to the latest release. The catch? I'm only allowed to use cards released up until that point. After defeating the villain, they each will be ranked in terms of their difficulty, determined by the cards available at the time. Thematic matchups, crazy boost effects, and sinister encounter cards await. Tune in every Tuesday for new episodes of Marvel Rewind. What's going on, guys? It's Char here, back with another episode of Marvel Rewind, a Marvel Champions retrospective series. Now, in today's episode, we're on to the fourth villain of Rise of the Red Skull, and this is none other than Zola. Now, this guy's pretty tough. I'm not looking forward to this, but the hero we have taking him on today is none other than Scott Lang, Ant-Man. Let's get down to the table and see how it goes. Okay, so a couple disclaimers for you guys if you're new to the series. Of course, Ant-Man wasn't actually released at the time that Zola and the Rise of the Red Skull expansion was, but if you look back at the explanation of the series, any heroes released in the same wave as that box is fair game. And I really want to save, I think the three we have left, Doctor Strange, Captain Marvel, and Captain America, I really want to save those three. Well, obviously, I think you know who we'll be playing against next match with, but the other two I want to save until we get to the Thanos box, because I think they can put a really good showing there against some of the villains. So that's why we're on Ant-Man, just a slight disclaimer at the beginning. Other than that, we're here down at the table with Zola today. We're playing some Ant-Man, and he has a lot of setup, so I'm going to go ahead and just talk through it here. Yeah, we'll get to the winning game as usual when we go ahead and switch the gameplay, basically. So Zola's pretty interesting. He puts a lot of minions and whatnot into play. Apologies that the camera's off again today. I'm still not feeling 100% recovered, but it is what it is. So when we're creating Zola's encounter deck, we use the Zola set, which is a really big encounter deck. Usually the villains have a bit of a smaller one. And then we also use the standard encounter set, which is here, along with our obligation standard and expert set, because we're on expert. And then one modular encounter set, which is under attack, which is from the core box. I really do like that this expansion used a lot of the core box kind of like modular sets that weren't required. It's pretty cool. It's like the only box that's kind of like that. I kind of understand why they don't do it in the future, because it makes you have to buy more products that you might not have, but I think for this expansion, it was actually pretty cool. We're going to go ahead and shuffle this up. You're going to see why we have these three set outside of the encounter deck, though, because they kind of all come in at setup, and, there's a when revealed to search test subjects, and then shuffle the encounter deck, but taking it out and shuffling it, it's just one less shuffle. We're giving this a good shuffle here, and then we can talk about some of his setup and whatnot. So Zola has Retaliate 1 permanently on stage 2, and he comes in with 14 hit points. And then we have his setup, which says search the encounter deck for Hydra Prison and reveal it. So it is revealed. It has a when revealed ability. Each player searches their deck and discard pile and hand for a hero-specific ally and places it face down here. So we are looking for Wasp here. I'm not sure where she is. Okay, there we go. I didn't want to spoil the entire deck list, but she was at the back. Place X threat on the scheme, where X is the total cost of all allies beneath it. Each player shuffles their deck. So it looks like this is going to be coming in with 4, because Wasp is a 3-cost ally. Yes. So 4, it's just something that we can kind of deal with if we want to. It doesn't go up at all. If we do, we get to add her to our hand, which is pretty good, but I don't think it's something we should really focus on. Then we're going to flip this over, which is the Island of Dr. Zola. So basically this comes in with 0 threat, but as a response, as step 1 of the villain phase, after it resolves, you put a test counter on there. If there are 3 or more test counters on here, you discard cards from the top of the encounter deck until a minion is discarded, and then you put it into play. There's an important distinction between put into play and reveal, which we will talk about when it's applicable, probably on the first turn, because test subjects comes into play on Zola's when revealed, which says search the encounter deck and discard pile for test subjects and reveal it. We have it in play. It's 2 threat per player. Has a extra encounter card icon, and it says the first player discards cards from the top of the encounter deck until they discard a minion, reveal that minion. So reveal and put into play are two completely different things that kind of confuse me and still kind of do sometimes to this day. But that it is what it is. We're gonna go ahead and do that. I think I missed one part of his setup as well. Yes, I forgot. The second part of it was each player searches the encounter deck and puts a copy of Ultimate Bioservant in play engaged with them, and then shuffles the encounter deck. So there it is. He comes in with a toughness, and yeah, I forgot to do that. So if you're following along with the series and finding these villains as I do, yeah, make sure you have him into play as well. So we're just gonna give the encounter deck a bit of a shuffle. The beginning of every game is gonna basically look like this. It doesn't really change anything. I mean, on expert at least. So yeah, we're gonna shuffle the player deck up a couple times. Actually, we'll shuffle it when we get to the winning recording, because I messed that up last time. It looked a bit odd. But yes, this is the matchup for today. I hope you guys are excited, and let's go and get to the game. Okay, so here we are. We have done Zola's setup successfully. Now we're going to shuffle up our deck a couple times here and get drawing our hand. We're on Ant-Man today, and I just thought Ant-Man might have like a really cool matchup, because I like when he switches forms. He can like ping some threat or do some damage. Zola has a lot of toughs and a lot of minions with toughs, so it'd be really good to just kind of get through those, deal some damage into some minions, and eventually deal damage to Zola. He's also pretty beefy. I mean, 12 hit points. He has a response to, you know, heal a damage when he flips back down. So hopefully we can take some of Zola's attacks, some of these minion attacks. And I just thought aggression was a good fit. I didn't put all of the minion slaying from Thor in here because we still are trying to do like a limited card pool. I didn't want to make him like Thor light. So I think we're only using his, you know, his hero pack, the core set, and Rise of the Red Skull. But that's a good enough shuffle. Let's go ahead and draw up here. Our printed hand size of 6. We have a double Relentless Assault, Chase Them Down, Hulk, Combat Training, and Tigra. Okay. This is interesting. So we 100% need to remove test subjects. I don't know if I care about most of our attack events. I do like Tigra though. That's something. What we can do is, do we flip into giant form here? I do like combat training as well, because if we flip to giant form with combat training, we can ping off the tough and immediately KO the bioservant, but then we don't have anything to deal with the threat. I like Hulk as well. I think we're gonna trash Tiger. I think we're gonna trash 4 here. We're gonna do 1, 2, probably these 4. Oh, we need to get some Ant-Man setup cards, I think. So we'll go ahead and trash those 4, and let's drop 4 more. Resize, Earth's Mightiest Heroes, Chase Them Down, and Mockingbird. Okay. This is quite the hand here. What can we do? I do like the Earth's Mightiest Heroes. This was the combo I included in the deck because I like to be able to, you know, get readies out of allies without having to actually activate with them. And I think that could be really good with Ant-Man here. So let's see what we can do. Okay. Okay. I think first and foremost, we have to board out. Do I want to switch to, I think I want to end in tiny form. So I think I want to switch to giant first just to break this tough. So let's go ahead and switch to giant form here. So we have a response. After you change to this form, deal 1 damage to an enemy. So we're going to go ahead and deal damage to the bioservant here and break that tough. Then I'm going to go ahead and spend a resize here. Change to your other hero form and draw a card. So we're going to switch to tiny form here. And after you change to this form, we can remove 1 threat from a scheme. Oh wait, so after you change to your other hero form, draw a card. So we draw first, and then now we can remove 1 threat from a scheme on this response. Which one should I remove it to? Let's see what I'm trying to do this turn. I'd love to play Mockingbird, and then, oh man, this is rough. I guess I should just take it off Hydra Prison, because I guess my Ant-Man activation is probably gonna go towards Hydra Prison. Yeah, so, oh no, sorry, towards test subject. So let's do that. So we'll do our response. We'll remove it from Hydra Prison. So it'll bring it down to 3. Then what's going to happen is we're going to throw it for 2 off of test subjects here. We're going to clear that out. So what happens now is it has a when defeated ability. The first player discards cards from the top of the encounter deck until they discard a minion. And we have to reveal that minion. So this minion is revealed. He comes in, he does a quick strike for 2 damage. Man, I should have played some allies first, but that's all right. We'll take the 2 down to 10. Then what we're gonna do is, yeah, I think it's just 2 allies, right? So we're gonna go ahead and spend, yeah, we'll spend these 3 resources here. We'll go ahead and play Mockingbird. We are going to remember to use a response. If you saw last episode, that was kind of suspect. But yes, we're going to use a response. We're going to stun an enemy. We're going to stun Zola here. And we're going to spend this double here to play Hulk. Do we have Hulk swing on the mutate is the question. If he gets removed, I don't think we're that bad off. Why not? We're going to gamble here. Let's swing with Hulk. He has a force response. We discard the top card. It's a lightning bolt. We're going to deal 1 damage to each character. So that's actually not too bad. So he's going to swing on the Berserk Mutate. He's going to be knocked out here because it's 3 damage. And it says, yeah, after he attacks, discard the top card. Since it was a lightning bolt, we deal 1 damage to each character. So Mockingbird here is going to take a damage. I'm going to take a damage. So Ant-Man's going to take a damage. We're going to go down to 9. The Bioservant's going to take a damage. And I think Zola also takes one here. So we'll bring him down to 13. That was not bad. Hulk was, he's kind of going crazy. Oh, Hulk also takes one here. It's really not too bad. I don't mind that at all. And then Mockingbird, I think we'll just have her thwart. Yeah, why not? Let's have her thwart this. Bring it down to 2, and then maybe we can use our Ant-Man activation next turn, get Wasp, and start doing some stuff. But okay, that's our turn. Let's go ahead and ready up here. And we'll draw up 5 cards here. I'm trying to keep my hand, visible because it has been a comment down below, which of course I appreciate all the comments, but it's true. I need to, focus on it a bit more. Nick Fury is good here. Do we play him? We draw a card if we're in tiny form after we play it, but we have to remove an army of ants, but that's a 4-card draw. Yeah, we definitely play him. Okay. So that's to Zola. He's going to go ahead and add 1 threat onto the main scheme. He has a force response. After resolving step 1, we put a test counter on here. Zola's going to try to attack us. He cannot because he is stunned. And then the ultimate bioserver is going to attack us for 1, down to 8 here. We have an encounter card. Zola's mutate. When revealed, discard cards from the top of the encounter deck until a tech attachment is discarded and attach it to Zola's mutate. So we have neurological implants here. So he's going to be attached. It says he gets +2/+2, and he gets +2 hit points. So he's at 7 health right now. And okay, that's back to us. All right. That's not the greatest, but we're going to have to just play through it. So we're going to spend these 4 resources here. And since we're in tiny form, the PIM particles say hero response after you spend this card. If I'm in giant form, I heal 2. If I'm in tiny form, I draw. So we're going to spend this for Nick Fury. We're going to use the hero response here to draw a card. And we're also going to use Nick Fury's response here to draw 3 more. 2, 3. Okay. Team building exercise, power of aggression. I like these cards for sure. Okay, what can we do? I think we get a team building down, and then we Earth's Mightiest so we can swing on this mutate and knock him out. I think that's a really good plan for us here. Okay. I really like this Earth's Mightiest inclusion. I thought it was really cool, and I think it's going to work out pretty well for us. So we're going to spend these 2 resources. I think we're going to get down a team building exercise here. Just a little bit of a resource generator for us. We have an Earth's Mightiest in hand. We're going to flip up. His guy has 7 attacks. So we're going to flip up into giant form, Ant-Man. Giant nuisance. After you change this form, deal 1 damage to an enemy. We're going to deal 1 to the mutate. So now he's at 6 health. We're going to go ahead and swing 3 onto the mutate. It's going to bring him from 6 health down to 3, or he has 4 damage on him. We're going to use Earth's Mightiest Heroes. Hero action, we're going to exhaust an Avengers character you control and ready another one. So we're going to exhaust Hulk here. Ready Ant-Man. We're going to swing 3 more, knock out this mutate. So we're doing not bad so far. I'm going to go ahead and knock that out. And then I think we just attack the bioservant here just to knock him out. Or let me read this. So the attachments surge if there's no minion on the board. I just read that, so I think it's actually not the worst idea to just leave this guy on the board. And I don't think we want to thwart out Hydra Prison either. So let's just have Nick Fury. We're just gonna swing for 3 onto this guy. He's gonna take a consequential, and I think we'll just leave him as is, and then we're gonna ready everyone back up. And then drop 4 cards because we have a 4 hand size in giant form. Okay, helicarrier, we have our helmet, pim particles. Interesting. Okay. After you change the tiny form, draw. After you change the giant, heal. So the helmet's really good, but helicarrier is also very good. We're just gonna have to figure out what we want to do. It's gonna go to Zola. It's gonna go up to 2. He's gonna get 1 more test counter. Then what's gonna happen is he's gonna attack us. We're gonna block with Nick Fury for a base of 2, 3, 4. Nick Fury is defeated. Then what's gonna happen? This Bioservant's gonna attack us. We're down to 7, and then we get an encounter card here. Concussive Blast, deal 1 damage to each friendly character. So Hulk's gonna take a damage here. Mockingbird's gonna be defeated, and then we're gonna take a damage down to 6. Okay, it's back to us. What can we do with this hand? I feel like we want to get the helmet down, just so we can swap between the helmet and giant over and over. But I don't know if that's what we should do. If I spend this right now, I get to heal for 2 and then draw a card in tiny form, or I can get a helicarrier because it's just better. I still get the 2 heal, and it's just better in the future, which is what I might do. Yeah, I think we have to do that. We're just gonna spend these 3 resources, even though the helmet is very good. We're gonna spend these 3, and we're gonna use the hero response on the pim particles. After you spend this card, heal 2 damage from your hero if you're in giant form. Get down a helicarrier, so we're gonna heal 2. We're up to 8 here. And we have a helicarrier ready for us. Then what do we want to do now? I think we can't actually get Wasp out, even though she'd be really good. We have this team building that we just haven't been able to use. I think I want to flip down and thwart out Hydra Prison for 1 and then thwart for 2 off the main. So we'll bring this down to 1. We'll use our response, Puny Pest. After you change this form, remove 1 threat. And then we'll thwart for 2 off of the main to bring that down to 0. And I think that's it for us. We're going to ready up here. 3, 4, 5. Okay. You can get an Avengers Mansion down here, probably a Spider-Girl. So this isn't looking too bad. All right. That's back to Zola. So he's going to add 1 threat on the main. There's going to be 3 test counters on it. So the force response is going to go off because there's a 3rd one coming in. After resolving step 1 in the villain phase, place 1 test counter. If there are 3 or more test counters here, discard cards from the top of the encounter deck until minion is discarded. Put that minion into play and then remove 3 test counters. So test subject's gone, advance gone. Okay, this one comes into play and he has toughness. And then we remove 3 test counters. Now what's going to happen, Zola's going to attack us for a base of 2. We're going to go ahead and block with Hulk to give the villain a tough status card. So he gets a tough, but he only attacked Hulk for 2. So Hulk is still up for another active block for us, which is pretty good. But Zola does get a tough. He goes up to 4 damage here. Oh no, I think Hulk is defeated. Wait, because yeah, he was supposed to have an extra consequential from... I don't even think I gave him one from, what's he called? The concussive blast either. So I didn't give him the consequential when I swung with him because it says deal 1 damage to each character, right? Yeah, so it would have included him. So he would have had at minimum he would have had 2 damage on him. Wait, I'm trying to make sure that this is correct. He got hit by a concussive blast as well, right? Because we did reveal that. When revealed, deal 1 damage to each friendly character. So it would have been 1 consequential, 1 from the lightning bolt, 1 from concussive blast, and he just blocked 2. So yes, Hulk should be defeated here. And then we're going to take 2 damage from these bioservants to bring us down to 6. And then we have an encounter card here, which is pain inhibitors. Attach to the minion with the most remaining hit points. It gets +2 health and retaliate 1. So this guy has 6 health now. And okay, that's back to us. I think we just have to get an Avengers mansion down here. We spend these 2 resources. We'll get down the mansion. Comes in ready. We're going to exhaust the mansion here to draw a card. Army of Ants. Okay. I think we need to get down Spider Girl and we definitely need to get down Spider Girl and maybe get a flip down here because we can stun and confuse this guy, swing on this guy, and that might be good just to get a big hand size so we can flip back up and hopefully have a big turn. And we get 1 army of ants down. So we're going to do team building exercise. So wait, first we're going to do Helicarrier, exhaust, choose a player. So the next card I play this phase is reduced by 1. And then we're going to exhaust team building exercise. We're going to play a card from my hand that shares my trait, reducing its cost by 1. So Spider Girl costs 0 essentially. Response after she comes into play, we're going to stun and confuse a minion. So we're going to have the ultimate bioservant here stunned and confused, which is really good for us. I think now we're going to go ahead and spend 1 for an army of ants. Spend an army of ants to get down an army of ants. So we have a hero action now. When we're in tiny form, we can exhaust it to deal a damage. So the damage I want to deal here is probably to... we'll deal it to this one. We'll just knock him out. We'll deal 1 damage. He had 3 damage on him. So we'll just go ahead and knock him out. Then we're going to have... I think we'll flip down and just do a basic heal, right? Yeah. We'll have Spider Girl thwart for 1 off of the main here, I think. That'll bring it down to 0. She's going to take a consequential, and then we'll have Ant-Man. We'll flip down to Scott Lang. We'll use our response. Time to unwind. After he changes his form, heal 1 damage. We heal to 7, and then we'll recover for 3, back up to 10. And okay, I think that's it for us. We're going to ready all of these. So we have a lot of resource generators, so hopefully we can start dealing some damage here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. Uppercut, Giant Stomp, Earth's Mightiest. Ooh, Earth's Mightiest is so good with Spider Girl here. Hopefully it doesn't flip a Concussive Blast because we can get some big damage on the board. Okay. Does this guy have guard? It's just toughness, right? So we can actually lay into Zola a bit here. I mean, a giant strength, we can do... Yeah, we can do a lot to Zola here. I think that might be the play. What does he get on his stage 3? Each player searches the encounter deck and discard pile for a minion and reveals it. Okay, that shouldn't be too bad. But I don't think we're gonna actually flip him. We just could if we wanted to, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's see what we can do. Okay, so this is gonna go up by 1, and it's also gonna bring in a test counter here. So then Zola's gonna try and scheme against us. He's gonna scheme for a base of 2, 3. It's gonna go up to 4. And now this guy tries to scheme, but he can't because he's confused. And now we're gonna get an encounter card here. Under attack, each player chooses to either place 3 threat here or take 3 damage. I think we have to take the 3 damage. We're gonna go down to 7. And this comes in with 3 threat. So that's not great. But let's see how we can get through this. All right. We have 5 cards in hand here. Let me take a look at what Wasp says, because I think she has like a thwart something she can do. After she enters play, deal 2 damage if you're in giant form, or remove 2 threat if you're in tiny. So I think tiny's gonna have to be the move, even though I don't want it to be. Yeah, that's probably what it's looking like with this hand. I wish I had another form change, but I don't think I will find one. Let's use an Avengers mansion here. Let's draw one. Hive Mind. Move 2 threat from a scheme, and then 1 more for every army of ants we control. Okay. Let's see what we can do. Okay, I think we want to flip to tiny. Let's commit to that. So we're going to go to tiny form. After you change to this form, remove 1 threat from a scheme. Let's go ahead and clear Hydra Prison. We're going to remove it from the game, and we can add this ally to our hand. So we do get to add Wasp to our hand here, which is pretty cool. Then what we're going to do is we start dealing with this minion. He has Retaliate, which is really annoying. I don't think we can. I think we just ignore him for now. I think we would go for Zola, if anything. Let's do an army of ants here. We're gonna deal 1 damage to an enemy. Let's break Zola's tough. Then what we want to do, we have so many cards in hand. I mean, we could stay with 5 and then choose not to deck out here, maybe. No, I think we just have to take the encounter card. Okay, what does this look like then? We're gonna spend a chase them down. We're gonna do the same thing, team building helicarrier. That's for 3, so we can go ahead and play Wasp here because she has the same trait as us, Avenger. We play down the Wasp. After she enters play, we're removing 2 threat from the scheme. We're not thwarting, so we can go ahead and do that from the main here. If that's not how it works, we're gonna clear under attack anyways with the thwart card, I'm pretty sure. Just making sure that's what I want to do here. I think so. Actually, do we need to? I'd love if we had 1 more resource. It just doesn't look like we have it here. So we'll just have to keep a giant strength then. And then an Ursa Mightiest can ready us, but I'm not really sure what the ready accomplishes. But let's spend these 2 resources here. We'll do a Hive Mind. If you're in Tiny Hero form, we'll move 2 threat plus 1 for any army of ants we have. So that's going to go ahead and clear under attack. Then what's going to happen is we're going to go ahead and... do I want... I could keep the Giant Stomp. I mean... if we're choosing to flip to giant form next turn, see, I'm not too sure. We could do swing for 8, so it'd be 4. I mean, the giant stop, it'd be really good against Zola. Does he gets retaliate too? No, it's just 1. We do want to actually deal some damage to Zola. I think maybe we just keep this hand. Maybe we just spend the Earth's Mightiest. Or no, because then it's really good with Wasp because we get an extra activation out of her. Let's just swing for 2 onto Zola here. She's going to take a consequential and a retaliate, so she has 1 health left. Let's go ahead and thwart off of the main, bring that down to 0. And then... I think we just keep, let's just keep the cards in our hand. So we'll keep all of these in our hand and we will just draw up 1. Oh, it was another Giant Stomp. Okay, we're going to get an encounter card here. And we get 1 more. Okay. Yeah, we definitely want to start dealing some damage, I think. We are an aggression deck, but we've done so much setup. I guess it wasn't really a rush deck, but... still, we've done a good job of keeping the threat intact. Let's shuffle up and get 1 more card. What is it? Risk Gauntlets. Okay, we're probably not playing that. Okay, so it's going to go to Zola here. I'm going to ready everything up. So Zola is going to start step 1 of the villain phase. We get 1 threat here, and then he gets another test counter. After that, what's going to happen is he's going to try and attack us for a base of 2. Let's go ahead and block with Spider Girl. 3, 4, 5. Spider Girl is defeated here. The minion is going to try and attack us, so they cannot because they're stunned. And then we get 2 encounter cards to deal with. First one, Mind Ray. Zola attacks you. You are stunned. That is so bad for us. Okay, so he's going to attack us first. I think we have to block with the Wasp, so a base of 2. Just 2 damage here. Wasp is defeated. We are also stunned, which is really unfortunate. 1 more. Zola's mutate. Wow, okay. So that set us back a bit, but so we're going to discard cards until from the top of the encounter deck until a tag attachment is discarded and attach it to Zola's mutate. I think it's this one, right? He gets plus 2 hit points, and okay, now there's something with guard on the board. All right. That's back to us. So that's not great, all things considered, but let's see what we can do. Let's do an Avengers Mansion here. Let's draw. Mockingbird. I do like Mockingbird here. I think Mockingbird Giant Stomp is the play this round. I think we have the economy for it. Yeah, we definitely do. Okay, that's really good for us. Yeah, that's just what we have to do this turn. So I think deal 1 damage to each minion and deal 8 damage to an enemy. Yeah, I mean that's all we can do. Let's go ahead and deal a damage here to Zola. Yeah, might as well. Let's do it to Zola here. Then I'm gonna flip up to giant form. We're still stunned. I mean, we'll just attack to get rid of the stun, but like the response happens first when you switch form. Deal 1 damage to an enemy. We're gonna deal it to Zola again. We're just trying to avoid retaliates as much as we can. So that's 9. He's at 9 here. Then what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a team building exercise. We're gonna do a giant stomp because it shares a trait with our hero. We're gonna spend these 2. Yeah, and we're gonna play it. We're gonna deal 1 damage to each minion, so that breaks this tough. It is an attack, so I think I get retaliated by this guy, which is kind of unfortunate. So we're gonna go down to 6 here, and then 1 damage to him. But then we're also gonna choose to deal 8 damage to him, just completely knock him out. That's pretty good. Then we're gonna choose to spend these 2 resources and a helicarrier here to play Mockingbird. We're gonna choose an enemy and stun. We're gonna choose to stun Zola here. And that is, oh yeah, this stun should be gone. We attack to remove it. And that should be it for, do we want to thwart for 1? We're about to get a minion in play. Or for 1 or attack. We'll thwart it for 1 here, and then Mockingbird's gonna take a consequential, and that's back to us. Okay, we're gonna draw up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, Relentless Assault. It might be time to get rid of this ultimate bioservant and avoid some retaliates. Okay, it's back to us. All right, let's see what we can do here. So step 1, this is gonna go up by 1, and then we're gonna get a test counter. Then we're gonna remove 3 test counters, and we're gonna put a minion into play against us, which is not revealing it. So we're just discarding here. Okay, a lot of the bad expert cards are gone. I think every single one is gone. Minions. Does he have none left? Okay, ultimate bioservant. He comes in and he has toughness. Not the end of the world here. Zola is gonna go ahead and Zola's gonna go ahead. Oh wait, this guy has 2 attack on him. I was not keeping track of that. Yeah, that's pretty rough because I think he attacked me. Did he ever even actually attack me? I think I Spider-Girled on him. We're just gonna keep track of it for now. If it comes down to it, I have 1 health left. That's pretty unfortunate, but I did not realize that. Okay. Yes, this guy has 1 extra attack. So Zola's gonna try and attack us. He cannot because he is stunned. Bioservant's gonna attack us here. I think we don't need our activation, so let's just defend it. Yeah, we'll just defend it here. That's fine. So we'll take 0 damage from that. And then we're gonna go ahead and get an encounter card. And then that is Berserk Mutate Quick Strike. He's gonna attack us for 2. Man, that's rough. I don't think we have Mockingbird. We need it for Zola's attack. We'll just take the 2 here. We'll go down to 4. And that's back to us. Okay. What can we do? I think I want to get rid of the Bioservant, but I don't think I can stay up. Like, I can try to stay up, but I don't think it's going to end very well. Let's see if Avengers Mansion, we get a Pim Particles. Oh my goodness. That was not... Okay, I think we can actually stay up now, is what that means. Yeah, I think that is what it means. We're going to go ahead and spend this Pim Particles here to get down an army of ants. When you spend it, we're going to use our response to heal 2 damage. We're going to go up to 6 here. And the army of ants comes in ready. Yeah, I think this could work out. We're going to flip. Is there anything else we need to do in giant form? It doesn't look like it. We're going to flip down to, yeah, we just have to go to tiny form here. And we're gonna, after you change this form, we're gonna remove one threat from the scheme. We'll take it off the main. I think the mutate has swing for one. Oh wait, I'm exhausted. I forgot I defended. I don't want to forget that. Man, this is rough. We have to kill the ultimate bioserver because he's paying me for 2. Or maybe we just take the 2 from him. No, but I think I'd rather just get rid of him. There's a new one on the board. Man, if we had the 3rd army advance, it'd be crazy because I'd have enough to do everything that I want to do, but we do not. We only have 2. I think so. With that in mind, we're gonna do, I think we just maybe break a tough, deal a damage. So yeah, we'll do one army advance to deal damage to this guy. Actually, we'll do it to the bioservant because he has retaliate. Then we'll do the other army of ants and we'll break a tough, I think. And then we'll have Mockingbird swing for 1 on the mutate here. Okay, so that's that. And she's gonna have 2 damage on her. Then I think we just have to spend a relentless assault. So let's do helicarrier, chase them down for a relentless assault. We're gonna deal 5 damage to a minion. He gains overkill if you use a punch resource. He has 6 health anyway, so we're just gonna do it on the bioservant. We don't get retaliated because he was defeated. And I think that's all we can do for now. Yeah, we're just gonna keep these 2 doubles and ready up. Hopefully we draw into some good cards here. Let's go ahead and do 3 more cards. 1, 2, 3. Uppercut. I mean, they're not the worst. We're probably going to need to use our activation, though, to heal this turn. Okay, that's back to Zola. So he's going to go up by 1 scheme here. And then he's going to get a test counter. Then what's going to happen is he is going to... what's it called? He's going to attack us. We're going to block with Mockingbird. Place 1 test counter on the main scheme. Okay, so Mockingbird's defeated. That's just 2 damage. These guys are going to each hit us for 1. We're going to drop down to 4. And now we have an encounter card. Insight 1, and then 1 revealed, place 1 test counter on the main scheme. So the good thing about the test counter is that they only happen after they resolve step 1 of the villain phase. So we don't have a minion yet, but we do know that one is coming. Okay, that's back to us. Okay. What can we do? We have to do an Avengers Mansion for sure. Pim particles I do like. I just don't think, I mean, it's good. It's not great. I think we'll just do a Pim particles and the genius here so we can get down our helmet finally. So this is where Ant-Man gets his strongest in most people's opinions. It's pretty good, I have to admit. So after you change, you have a response. After you change to giant form, you heal 2 damage. And then after you change to tiny form, you draw a card. We're also going to use the response on the Pim particles. When we spend it in tiny form, we can draw. Okay. We definitely want to knock out, I mean, can we knock out the bioservant here? We can. I mean, it's an option for us. I think we might as well do that because the mutate doesn't scheme. So we're going to spend these 3 resources here for an uppercut. We're going to deal 5 damage. We're just going to knock out the bioservant here. I think we're going to do 2 damage here to Zola, bringing him down to 7. We have a helicarrier, a team building. We have our helmet, but I think we just have to flip down. I wish there was a way to actually do some thwarting off the main because I think it's going to pop. I think we can't afford to let it pop, so I think we just have to thwart for 2 off of it. Yeah, we'll just thwart for 2. And then we'll try our best not to let it pop. We're going to flip down into Scott Lang. We're going to use our response to heal 1 damage, bring us to 5. We're going to spend our helicarrier for giant strength. It's an upgrade. After I change to giant form, I can get +1 attack until the end of the turn. And we're just going to ready up here. Hopefully we don't get like 3 minions engaged with us, but if we do, it is what it is. 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay. I do like Tigra here because we can knock out that mutate. I mean, this is not bad. Nick Fury gives us some breathing room here. We can use our basic activation to just heal. I mean, it looks solid, but let's see what we can do. So it's gonna go up to 1. It's gonna get another test counter. So all of them are gonna be, so it goes up to 4, but 3 of them are gonna be removed. So we're gonna discard cards from the top of the encounter deck until a minion is discarded. Put that minion into play. Oh my gosh. So when revealed, discard cards from the top of the encounter deck. I actually don't know the timing on this. So he's the absolute last card. So I'm gonna say, oh, it's put that minion into play. It's not a when revealed. Okay, so never mind. We don't have to worry about it. He just comes in with 5. So yes, he just comes in with 5. We're gonna shuffle up the encounter deck, and we have a acceleration icon now. So I forgot. Yes, he's not revealed. It's just he was put into play. I probably got mixed up in this recording. Maybe I made it harder, or maybe I made it easier on myself. But of course, we try our best out here. All right, so let's just 5 health minion. It's not the end of the world. Let's see what we can do. Okay, shuffling up. Okay, so he's gonna attack us now. Scheme for a base of 2, 3, so it's gonna go up to 4. Then the mutate's gonna scheme for 1, so up to 5. And now we have an encounter card. Concussive blast, deal 1 damage to each friendly character, so that's just us. We're down to 4, and okay, we made it past that encounter phase. The main has not popped, which is good for us, and we only have some minions to deal with. I think we're finally turning this around on Zola. And yeah, we definitely need to heal. So first things first, we're going to heal here. I should have put in like a downtime in here. I didn't realize how much I could actually flip down against him. But maybe we've just been getting lucky. So we're up to 7 here. I mean, I think we're always going into Tiny this turn, but maybe it changes when we spend our Avengers Mansion here. Let's draw a card. Earth's Mightiest Heroes. We can get a ready, which is interesting. I just don't think we're gonna do it. Okay, let's actually plan out what we want to try and do. I think we need to play Nick Fury, so we need to have a plan for that. I don't think we're doing Earth's Mightiest this turn. Yeah, let's go ahead and do. Let's flip to Tiny, right? Yes, we're gonna do that first, because after you change the Tiny, we can draw a card. Oh my gosh, it's not even you don't even have to exhaust it. So if I change again, I'm able to get the other. Oh, that's crazy. I don't even need a ready token on it. So we have 2 responses. We're gonna use this response first. We're gonna remove 1 threat from the main. We're also gonna use this response to draw a card. We got an energy here, which is great. That's really good. I think we're gonna spend 1, 2, 3. Tigra, probably uppercut, right? We'll spend these 4 resources. We'll go ahead and play a Nick Fury. We're gonna use his ability when he enters play. We can have him deal 4 damage to Zola, maybe knock him. No, we're gonna use his ability to draw 3 cards. 1, 2, and 3. 2 relentless assaults. Okay, we have some good cards in our hand for sure here. Is it like a Tigra and then maybe a relentless assault? And then a combat training. Do I have enough economy to do all of that? Let's see. So relentless assault can be, so Tigra can be with the team building. That'll get her into play. Relentless assault is these 2, and then helicarrier. Oh my gosh, we can't do all of that. That's really good for us. Okay, yeah, that's exactly what we're gonna do. All right, what do we want to do? I say what do we want to do, and I just said that's exactly what we're gonna do. So let's go ahead and do a team building exercise, because Tigra is an Avenger and we are an Avenger in hero mode. We're gonna spend this double. She only costs 2 to bring in Tigra. She has a response after she attacks and defeats a minion. We can heal 1 damage from her. Then what we're gonna do is spend these 2 resources here for a relentless assault. We're gonna deal 5 damage to a minion. If we spent punch resources, it gains overkill. We didn't spend any, but we're just gonna deal 5 to the mutate and knock him out. Then what we want to do is spend the helicarrier, relentless assault to get down a combat training. Now we have +1 attack. I'm not sure where I want to put this. Just put it there. Yeah, there's a lot of cards on the board right now. That's okay. And then we have some activations left. So we're gonna go ahead and swing for 2 onto this mutate here. It's gonna knock him out. So what's gonna happen with that is what's it called? After she attacks the Venus minion, she heals a damage. The thing is, because of the timing, she actually has to take 1 damage first to get that heal. So she's gonna be at 1 consequential here. We don't want the main scheme to pop, so we're gonna spend these 2 armies of ants here. We're gonna deal 2 damage to Zola, bring him down to 5. We don't take a retaliate because those aren't attacks. Then we're gonna do Nick Fury. We're gonna have him thwart for 2 off of the main, bring it down to 2. He's going to take a consequential, even though I would have loved to have him attack. Actually, wait. It doesn't really make a difference. Yeah, we'll have him thwart for 2, bring that down to 2, and then we're going to ready up here. So I like what our board looks like. We have a combat training down, but we're going to get 2 encounter cards. I'm almost positive. 3, 4, 5. Okay, we're not actually. So we have 2 resizes, Hulk, Army of Ants. I mean, this looks decent. It's not gonna actually push him, but I mean, we could try something here. Okay, that's back to us. Sorry, that's to Zola. I'm gonna ready everything up. This is gonna go up by 2 here, up to 4. Because of the acceleration, he's gonna get a test counter. Zola's gonna attack us. We're gonna block with Nick Fury. That's 2, 3 damage. Nick Fury is defeated. We're gonna get an encounter card here. Zola's mutate. We're gonna discard cards until there's a tech attachment and attach it to him. Okay. Is this a tech? No. It's not. Okay, we're gonna keep going. A lot of bad cards being shown off here, making sure there's no tech attachments. There is not so far. Hey, we've got a lot of cards here. Did I shuffle this? I'm kind of looking at it again. I hope I did. I'm pretty sure I did. Okay, tech attachment. This was the first one. So he gets +2 hit points and retaliate 1. And all right, that's that. I think we just have to ignore this guy for now. I think we have to try and push Zola here if I had to guess. Okay, but how do we want to start this? So, okay. We just need to live, and I think we're gonna draw. Oh man, I don't think our health points are high enough to push him is the problem. Like, we're gonna have Hulk, we're gonna have Tigra, but let's see here. We want to do an army of ants to push him to 4. If we don't have any Earth's Mightiest Heroes left, right? Or do we? I guess let's try and figure out what our last card is. I don't want to look super closely. I don't think we do, though. Yeah, we don't. That would have been nice. Is it a giant stomp? No, they're all at the bottom, right? Because we kind of... Is it the last card in our deck, giant stomp? I don't really know how many Ant-Man comes with. Because that would be... I don't think giant stomp gets us the game, but it gets us kind of close. So I don't think it's that either. I don't really know what this last card is. But we get to heal when we swap to giant. Oh wait, we can heal twice, I think. We swap to giant, swap that down, swap back up to giant. I think that's really good. I forgot because this happens every time, and we have 2 resizes in our hand. So I think we have to, yeah, I think we just have to push some damage here. I don't think we have much of a choice. We're going to start off with 1 army of ants. We're going to go ahead and bring Zola down to, oh, no. I don't even think we need to yet. Because when we swap to hero form, we'll have 5 attack because we have 3, 4 from the combat training, and then 5 from giant strength. Yeah, so I don't even think we need to, or maybe we don't use our activation on that flip and we'll save it for later. We'll have Tigra knock out Zola. But then we're really risking now. We'll just have to do some overkill. That's fine. I'm trying to optimize the damage the best I can. But yeah, let's go ahead and flip up to Ant-Man here. Let's just deal damage to this guy. Why not? I mean, might as well not waste damage as our response. After you change this form, dealing damage. We're also going to use this hero response. After you change the giant form, you get +1 attack until the end of the turn. Also, we're going to trigger Ant-Man's helmet. After you change the giant form, heal 2 damage from your hero. We're going to go up to 9 here, which is great. We're going to go ahead and swing for 5 onto Zola, which is going to knock him all the way into stage 3 here. So he's going to go into stage 3. He has retaliate 1. So we're going to take a retaliate down to 8. And it says each player searches the encounter deck and discard pile for a minion and reveals it. So we have to actually reveal a minion here. So it's probably going to be one of the quick strike guys because it's only 2 damage and they don't get like an attachment. I don't want to take it out of the deck, so we'll take it out of here. We'll reveal a Berserk Mutate. He's going to quick strike us for 2. It's going to bring us down to 6 here. Okay. Now what we want to do is... sorry, how much hit points? He has 16. I don't think we have 16 damage, but, you know, maybe we draw into a giant stomp or something when the deck shuffles, and it can happen. Let's actually just do an Avengers Mansion and just see what that card is. It's a Power of Aggression here. Okay, so that's going to go ahead and shuffle our deck up, and we're going to get a face-down encounter card. Yeah, we just have to see what the resizes draw us into. But we did use our once per turn flip, so we are stuck in hero mode, which is scary, but I think we'll be all right. Okay. We're going to heal up to 8. We're going to have like 2 minions on the board. I think we should be fine. Okay, let's see. All right, so we have another resize here. Or sorry, we have 2 resizes in hand. So let's go ahead and spend 1. We're going to spend a resize here. We're going to change to our other hero form and draw a card. So we're going to change into tiny form. So we have to draw a card when we change it to tiny form. We also have 2 responses we're going to trigger. After you change the tiny form, we're going to draw another card. And then we're also going to remove 1 threat from a scheme. It's going to bring this down to 3. Okay, so we got an uppercut in our hand. And we're still exhausted. I need to remember that. Okay, we have a resize to bring us back into hero. Sorry, the big Ant-Man, but do we want to do that? We get to heal 2 more up to 8. I think we'll actually play the board for now, but how are we going to play the board? Okay, so we want to stun and confuse this guy because we don't want the 2 damage to come from him. So we can do Hulk here. We can play another army of ants. Maybe we keep the resize. We might need the uppercut just to push damage onto him, though, is the question. Okay, I think we start off... No, because we need to get the army of ants down first. So yeah, that's what we have to do first. We're going to spend 1 for this army of ants here. And that's going to be ready. We haven't spent any of them this turn, but we have done our basic activations. How much damage? It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. We have 13 damage right now. Or we can play the board and have a little bit less. I think we have to play the board. Okay. So I think playing the board, we're going to have Tigra knock out the mutate. So we're going to deal 1 damage to him with the army of ants. He's going to take 1 here. Then we're going to have Tigra swing. She's going to take a consequential, but because of the timing, after she defeats a minion, she heals 1 damage. She's going to stay at 1 damage. So that's pretty good. We're just playing the board a little bit here. We're not going to swing with Hulk. We're probably going to have him block for us. I mean, we could swing with Hulk, but I'm not sure I want to. Okay. I'm thinking... I think, yeah, we're just doing 2 damage to Zola here. It's going to bring him down to 14. Then we're just playing 2 allies, right? So we're going to spend this double here for Hulk. Yeah, and then Helicarrier and Spider-Girl gets us that. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to spend Power of Aggression here to put in Hulk. He's gonna come in. We're just gonna have him sit here for, sit here for now. Then we're gonna spend. We get to heal 2. Do we have Hulk swing here? I don't know. It like puts a lot of pressure on to the villain, but it's really scary for us. I think the answer is no, because we're gonna get another minion into play as well. We're gonna do a team building exercise in a helicarrier. We're gonna play down Spider Girl. We're gonna stun and confuse this mutate. And yeah, I think we just resize it up here. We're gonna resize. We're gonna go back into giant form. We're gonna deal 1 damage to an enemy. We're gonna do it to Zola here, bringing him down to 13. We're still exhausted here, and then we also get to trigger our helmet. When we change, we get to go up 2 health points, back up to 8, and that's gonna be it. We're gonna ready. Yeah, we're not gonna have Spider Girl attack here. We're just gonna ready everybody up. Yep. Okay, let's see how this goes. You have an uppercut in hand, and we get 3 more cards. 1, 2, and 3. Chase them down. Okay. All right. Let's see what we can do. So it's gonna go to Zola here. It's gonna go up by 2 up to 5. I guess we'll have Spider Girl thwart for 1, because if she's not gonna do anything, I mean the consequential doesn't matter here. It's gonna be at 2, and then it's gonna go up by 2 up to 4. Yeah, let's just do that because it's not like it makes a huge difference. Zola's gonna get a test counter after resolving step 1. Then he's gonna discard and put into play a minion that he finds. Advance is gone. Mutate. So this guy's just put into play, so it's not too bad. And then all of the test counters get removed. And then Zola's gonna go ahead and attack us. Who do we want? I guess we have Spider Girl take this. Yeah, let's have Spider Girl block, because I'd rather have Hulk swing. So that's 2, 3 damage. Spider Girl is defeated. The mutate's gonna swing on us for 2. Let's just go ahead and take that. It's not too bad. This guy is stunned. And now we have 2 encounter cards, and then maybe we get the game. Let's see. Defensive protocol. Attach the minion with the most remaining hit points without another copy of defensive protocol. It gets +2 hit points and guard. So this guy has 6 hit points left, I think. So yeah, it gains guard now. So now he's at 8 hit points. So now we have to get through that and care for Casey. You may flip to alter ego form, choose to exhaust Scott Lang, and remove care from Casey to the game. Choose and discard 1 card from your hand. I think I'll switch to Scott Lang and exhaust, and we'll remove it from the game. So we'll use our response when we switch to Scott Lang, unwind. We're gonna heal 1 damage up to 7. And okay, that's back to us. All right, so now we have a minion to get through that has a bit of health on him, but I think we're still fine for the most part. We still only have our 4 hand size, but we do have an Avengers mansion here, so we're gonna draw up. Mockingbird's really good here. And then we're gonna just flip up to tiny form. We're gonna use our response on our helmet. After you change the tiny form, we're gonna draw a card, chase them down. Yeah, we're just gonna have Hulk probably block for us, and we're gonna deal some damage. I mean, this thing has guards, so we have to get through him. So let's see how that's gonna work. I think we're gonna have Tigra end up thwarting this turn, because I don't really care about this guy swinging on us. Hulk's gonna stay up for the Zola block. Actually, I guess Tigra would be our block at that point. And oh wait, sorry, Mockingbird's coming in, so we don't even need to deal with that. We're just gonna do some army advance on this guy. So how much health he has? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, but he has 1 damage on him, so he has 8 health left. But he has retaliate, right? Yes. So he has 8 health left. So we're just gonna do 3 army advance on him, bring him to 4 damage. So he's at 4 damage out of 9 health, and we're just gonna spend an uppercut on this guy. Yeah, I think so. We'll just spend this 3 resources here. We'll do an uppercut on him. Hero action, deal 5 damage to an enemy. That's going to go ahead and knock him out completely with all the attachments as well. All going to go in the discard here. Oh, okay. All going to go in the discard here. And then we're going to trigger the response and chase them down. After your hero attacks defeats an enemy, we're going to remove 2 threat from a scheme. We're going to go down to 2 because that was a hero action attack. Now what we're gonna do, we want to get Mockingbird into play, so let's go ahead and do a helicarrier and a double here for Mockingbird. After she enters play, we're gonna stun an enemy. Again, we're gonna remember We're gonna do it to Zola here. And again, we're looking down a really good board state, but we don't want to get too careless. Let's just do some chill. Let's just have Mockingbird swing for 1 onto Zola, bring him down to 12. She's gonna take a retaliate and a consequential damage. I think we're just gonna chill here. Let's have Tigra thwart for 1. It's not like it really matters that much. It's gonna take a consequential, and then we're gonna ready up here. Okay, hopefully we don't get a concussive blast, but if we do, if that's the encounter card we get, we might be fine. All right, we're gonna draw up 5 cards here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, we're on 2 Earth's Mightiest here. I mean, we should have this in the bag. This is 2 readies. Yeah, okay. So this is gonna go up to 3 because of the acceleration icon. We're gonna get 1 test counter here. That doesn't accelerate, luckily. He's gonna try and attack us, but he's stunned. So we're gonna remove his stun. The mutate's gonna attack us for 2. We're just gonna go ahead and take that down to 5. And we have an encounter card here. Ultimate Bioservant. He comes in with toughness, but there is no guard on this guy, and he doesn't find attachments either. So this looks like the end of the game for Zola here. So let's see what we can do. So we're going to go ahead and spend 3 armies of ants onto Zola here. We're going to deal 3 damage to him. Since we're in tiny form, going to bring him down to 9. We're going to spend an Avengers Mansion draw. Let's see what we get. Risk Gauntlets. Okay, we're definitely not using that. Now we're going to flip up to hero form, or sorry, giant form. We're going to use a response to deal 1 damage to an enemy. It's going to bring him down to 8. Still not getting retaliated because they're dealing damage. We're going to trigger our helmet here. After you change the giant form, we're going to heal 2. Back up to 7. Okay, sorry about that interruption. There was my girlfriend got home, so we paused for that. Had to say hi, but we're back. So we're on the final push here. I'm trying to remember where I was at. I had just flipped up and I did the Ant-Man response to deal damage, and now we're just going to get swinging onto Zola here. And these Earth's Mightiest Heroes are in here for a reason, so we're going to be dealing some really big damage to him here. Yeah, it's just really good. Okay, so how we want to start it off first, I think we're going to we probably want a Hulk to swing, right? Because it's going to be better than Tigra and better than Wasp. So we're going to have Hulk swing first here. So he's going to swing 3 damage onto Zola. We're going to have to do his response after he attacks. So it's going to bring Zola down to 5. His response is a double science. I think that's just discard Hulk, right? It is. So, oh well, he only did his 3. He's out of there. Now we're going to have Mockingbird go ahead and swing on Zola. Bring him down to 4 health. She's going to take a consequential and retaliate. Mockingbird's defeated. Then we want to we're going to spend these 3 resources here for Wasp. She's going to have a hero response. After she enters play, we're going to deal 2 damage to an enemy if we're in giant form. It's going to bring him down to 2. We're going to see how much overkill we can get, because Wasp could go ahead and knock him out. We'll be able to do a little bit here. So we're going to go ahead and swing 4 with Giant Ant-Man because we have the combat training. That's going to bring him down to 0. That's the end of the game, but we're going to do 2 overkill. We have to remember we take a retaliate. And now we're just going to use Earth's Mightiest Heroes to do some overkill. Exhaust an Avengers character you control and ready another. We're going to use this first one. We're going to exhaust Wasp because she's an Avenger. We're going to ready Ant-Man. We're going to swing for 4 again. That's 6 overkill. And then we take another retaliate. And now we're going to do this again. Earth's Mightiest Heroes. We're going to exhaust Tiger because she is an Avenger. We're going to ready Ant-Man. And we're going to swing 4 more. And that's going to be 10 overkill on Zola expert mode. Boom. That is Zola defeated. We had a team building and a helicarrier up. We probably could have cleared some minions, but that was awesome. First try attempt. Let's get down and let's look at the deck list. Okay, so here we are with the deck list. Now, Ant-Man was so much fun to play. I mean, he's just so well-rounded. He's got I love the 3 forms. It was like the first thing of its kind in the game, and his hero cards are really good. It was just an absolute blast to play him against Zola in today's matchup. Obviously, the MVP is like his helmet, but the smaller MVP, Army of Ants, is so good, especially in this scenario. Now, I know that Ant-Man kind of made Zola look easy, but this is a big reason why. Just the ability to deal consistent damage without triggering any retaliates, triggering any retaliates on his minions, getting rid of tough status cards is just so good. You don't have to do a basic activation. And yeah, that's why I thought Ant-Man would be a really fun matchup for Zola, because he's able to kind of deal with the minions he puts on the board. For resources here, we're on the 3 basic doubles and the 2 aspect doubles, being aggression for today. Again, pretty standard here, nothing out of the ordinary. We have some aggression cards that are 2 and 3 costs we want to pay for. Of course, we're going to throw them in here. Let's go ahead and look at our ally lineup here. So for our aggression allies, we're on Spider-Girl, which is from the Rise of the Red Skull. And these 2 core box allies, Hulk is just really good for defending and getting some 3 damage in here if you're feeling a bit, lucky. I did swing with him twice that game. One time he removed himself from the game, but the other time he kind of did like some AoE damage. Not bad. Then we have Tigra here, which is also really good in the Zola scenario, because if she knocks out a minion, she can heal. So basically you can have her as 2 damage, almost like a combat training in a way, except the combat training only has 3 counters. Tigra could technically stay around for as long as she has minions to attack. For our basic allies, we're on the classic core box. We're on Mockingbird, Nick Fury. They both had insane value in this game. They're just really good. The stun gives us some time. Nick Fury draws us some cards. Just really, really good here. For these cards, we're on team building exercise because Ant-Man came with this. And it's really good for his cards specifically because a lot of them have the tiny or giant trait. So as long as we're in the right form, we can reduce the cost of those. And it's really good. It's also really good for these Avengers allies as well because he has the Avenger trait, of course. Helicarrier and Avengers Mansion, just classic staples. They're going to be in every deck. I don't know what deck I wouldn't put them in, but never say never. We're looking at our aggression events here. Again, Chase Them Down is such a good way to get some quick threat removal off the main. If you know there's going to be a lot of minions in the scenarios, it got some use in the scenario, is really good. Relentless Assault, 2 for 5 damage on minions specifically. If we're fighting Zola, it's an auto include. And then we're on Double Uppercut here because I just wanted some damage to round it out. We had the option of bringing Piercing Strike, but I made the call when I was making the deck list that I thought the Army of Ants would be good enough to take care of Tufts. So 2 for 3 damage is kind of not great. I mean, the piercing is fine. So 3 for 5, I'm like, that's a bit better. I'll put those in the deck. Then we're on the 1 combat training here. As you saw, the whole idea, the really cool idea I had for the deck was utilizing the Earth's Mightiest Heroes for readies in the combat training, along with the giant strength to hopefully swing for 5, 10, 15 if we had all 3 in hand. Obviously, it didn't come out to fruition in that exact way, but we were still able to get 12 damage out of Ant-Man that last turn because we had our 4 damage basic activation ready with Avengers, another 4 ready with Earth's Mightiest, another 4. We were able to do 12 damage off of basic activations, which is just really fun, really cool. And I didn't see a lot of cards. Of course, a 0 cost ready is really good, but it does have that conditional effect of having you use your allies. But if you have allies that have 1 hit point left and you're going to use it for a block anyway, it's just really cool. And I'm glad we were able to showcase it in today's episode. So we're going to go ahead and get to the tier list and see where Zola stacks up with the rest of the villains. Let's check it out. Okay, so here we are down to tier maker. Let's talk about Zola. But first, look at this classic shirt we're repping. Just one of my sleep shirts. I thought it was a bit funny. We're repping some Minecraft today. They didn't mention it in the intro, but of course, that's not what this is about. Okay, Zola. So Zola is interesting. And I feel like I say this about a lot of villains, but he's interesting because I think I don't have a lot of deliberation on where I think he should go on the tier list. Zola, compared to a lot of the villains we've got so far, he is very difficult if you don't know what you're doing. The test counters is a lot to keep track of. You have the differences between put in play and when revealed. On expert, he starts with that test subject, so you get a really nasty minion revealed that can get a really nasty attachment starting from turn 1 of the game. If you don't have a solid game plan going into Zola, he will run you over. His main schemes are not like the other ones. His first main scheme has 6 and the second one has 8. They are not high at all, so you have to keep it in track. And regardless, he always keeps a steady tempo against you because of those test counters and you getting that minion every 3 turns. He really is a difficult villain, and there's a lot of things you have to keep track of and keep in mind when you're picking a hero and making a deck to go against him. In today's episode, I picked Ant-Man because I thought he had a really good matchup, getting rid of Tufts, avoiding retaliates with armies of ants, among other cards in his kit. He had healing in his hero form, so he didn't have to flip down as often. And threat Zola, and kind of miss the threat of Zola scheming out. There was a lot of positives of picking Ant-Man for today's matchup that I think it made Zola look maybe a bit less bad than he truly is. Zola, I think, when you get to multiplayer, of course, he gets a bit easier for sure, but in true solo, Zola is nasty, and you need a plan to take him on. The thing about Zola is I don't think there's a ton of deliberation. I kind of went into this section kind of knowing where I thought he would go, and my thought process right now is somewhere in the A tier. The only deliberation is where in the A tier. So if we look at someone like Claw or someone like Ultron, Claw is similar in a way where he starts with two side schemes out. Zola does the same thing, but his is arguably a bit nastier because it's an encounter card. So you're forced to flip up. Like Claw, maybe you can choose to stay down if you're playing Justice. You put like under surveillance on the main because it's just it's a crisis icon and it's an extra acceleration token. Zola is like, no, you need to flip up or play an ally that can thwart this out, but it is only two, so there's kind of leeway there. Claw can kind of high roll a bit higher at the beginning of the game, getting one of those big Masters of Evil minions, but Zola can get he puts a test subject into play against you. And he puts the mutate into play, so he only has toughness, but toughness with 4 health is annoying. He also can, when you clear that test subject, put a really nasty minion in play with you with a really nasty attachment as well, because that one is revealed. That one is not put into play. So Zola has some things going on for sure that make him really difficult to rate. I think when you make a deck specifically for Zola versus when you make a deck specifically for Ultron, it's just really tough here. My hot take was putting Claw above Ultron because I think in solo he gives people a harder time, because Ultron you can kind of build the first turn, let his main scheme pop, and then just play on the second the entire game. Claw, you really don't want that first main scheme to pop. And the thing about Zola is Zola does put another minion into play when that main scheme pops. Let me actually pick it up real quick. Is it put into play or is it a reveal? Because that's a big difference. They search the encounter deck and discard pile for a minion and reveal it, which is even nastier. Okay, mostly you're going to take the quick strike guy, but it's still not something you want to see. This is really tough. I think in most cases, Zola might be harder than Claw. The Retaliate is another thing. Claw has basically nothing on his hero card. He does mill through his deck fast, but so does Zola. He puts those minions into play over time, over and over. And I think if I'm thinking about it like this, a lot of Claw's strength does come from that Masters of Evil encounter set. If you switch it out for something a bit easier, even though this is supposed to be rating this on Expert with the recommended mod set, I do think that gives Zola a little bit of an edge here. And I think for sure, as far as Marvel Rewind is concerned, we have a new king around here. Zola is the hardest villain we have faced thus far. But let me know what you guys think about down below if you agree or disagree with me in any way. I think Zola is the hardest villain so far that the game has released, and maybe that changes next week when we're fighting maybe Hydra's leader, which might be a bit scary. But of course, let me know what you guys thought of the deck list, what you guys thought of the gameplay. Leave your thoughts down below. Leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. I hope you guys are really excited for the finale of the Rise of the Red Skull next week, and I think you guys know what hero we're going to take on Red Skull with, but in case you don't, find out and see next Tuesday. Thanks you guys as always for watching. Take it easy, have a good one. Bye.